Hey guys, Brad here from Scooter Street. Nice and simple one today. I want to actually physically show you how to install a manual cable choke on your carb, but more importantly, because we've had a few questions about it recently, how to actually set up the manual cable part of the choke to the actual plunger component. Now this particular setup that I've got here is actually a manual cable choke for a Dellorto PHVA carb, also works on the PHVB. However, regardless of whether you have a PHVA or say a PHBG or a similar carb, most of these manual chokes, particularly on the Dellorto carbs, work in pretty much the same manner. Now for the actual choke cable, I'm going to be doing this demonstration with the stage 6 choke. However, other popular chokes such as the 𝐿ocity choke that comes in a lot of the Dellorto carb kits pretty much operate by the same method. So I'll show you how to actually adjust this particular choke as well, because the stage 6 chokes are really good for having an actual little manual adjuster up inside the actual lever mechanism. But for most of your other chokes, different brands, they pretty much follow the same way anyway. First up, I'm gonna get our actual choke plunger kit out of the packet. So as I mentioned, this one's for a PHVA, Dellorto carb. So obviously the fittings here are going to be to suit a PHVA. So first we're just going to quickly chuck our actual kit together. So get the O-ring seal on the plunger cover. The actual plunger here, I've not seen this done before, but this is actually the rubber stopper component in the end of the brass rubber stopper housing. I've not seen them come separately like that before. Alright, so use some sort of tool, just something that's not sharp, something nice and flat. This Allen key I happen to have here to push that plunger rubber in. Make sure it's nice and flat. We want it nice and flat. Now we have a couple of different options of elbow. Now because the stage 6 choke lever cable set in particular has quite a lot of adjustment in the lever, it probably doesn't matter which one of these we use. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop the little lock nut onto the adjuster cup, and then pop that little adjuster cup into the elbow, put it in sort of about halfway, so we have sort of about 50% adjustment either way. Then we can go ahead and put our plunger housing onto the elbow. Now that we have those assembled, I'm going to grab our actual cable kit, pop a little rubber boot onto it. These can sometimes be really tight. If they are, just a little bit of lube on the actual cable will help it slide along a little bit nicer. So I'll go ahead and pop the cable through the housing. Now, if I was actually fitting this to a customer scooter, I would definitely put some form of lube. Inox Lanox is a particularly good one because it has a lanolin in it. But a similar product like that, just to keep that cable nice and lubed, because the biggest enemy of cables, obviously being that they're made of steel, is rust. So now that we've got the cable actually in there, you can see we really don't have a lot of movement there. So we're going to have to make some adjustments, which we're going to do at this end of things. This here is the clamp to actually affix the lever barrel to the bike. So we're not going to need that just for now. So I'll pop the body apart, make sure the lever is up so it can slide off. So you'll see inside the barrel here, we have our little cable end stopper. It's also called a trunnion. So this Phillips screw here essentially goes through a small dowel and pushes against the cable, locking the cable into the body of the trunnion. So underneath this spring here, we actually have some spare cable. So that cable, once this screw is unlocked, can slide through this little adjuster here to give us either more or less cable, and the spare cable just sits underneath this spring here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to pop the cable back into its extended position. That way we can come back to here. We can actually get our plunger on. Once that's done, then we're going to come back up here and start making some adjustments based on how far deep we need this little plunger to go into the carb to actually close off the choke fuel gallery. Now the spring as well as the barrel actually holds via the cable end that whole little trunnion assembly into the body. So what I'm going to do, just to give us a bit more room to get the plunger and spring on, I'm going to pop that spring back and get this whole assembly out of the tube. There we go. That way, giving ourselves a bit more cable to work with to actually install the plunger end on the cable. Now, before we get too much further, I just want to quickly mention that different brands of cables and different brands of choke kits aren't always going to work perfectly straight away. This being a good example, we'll see the actual cable end of the stage 6 choke cable doesn't fit in the end of the plunger. It's a little bit too big. Obviously, we've had this issue many times over the years. It's a fairly simple fix. We just need to grind some of the end of this cable end down so it will fit in the end of the plunger. So I'm going to go and take it over to our grinder. I'm going to remove some of this until it fits into the plunger end, and then we'll be good to go. So as you can see, I've just used a grinder just to reduce the size of that nipple on the cable end down to about half. So now it actually fits in quite nicely. So we're going to go ahead and assemble this now. So spring on first, you'll see it actually sits into a little recess in the end of this little housing here. Going to sit this on. Now, because we've extended the cable out, it will actually just fit on there quite nicely. Now, as we're adjusting it at the other end of the cable, the thing that will become quite frustrating is the tension against the spring is actually what holds this assembly together. So while we're adjusting it to keep it from falling apart, got a little bit of masking tape here. I'm just going to mask these together. That way it can't fall off and we can get our proper adjustment done without pulling our hair out in frustration. That's going to sit on there nice, it can't fall apart. Now where we want to be is that the outer cable end is sitting in this cup, and in that position, the inner is sort of about here, holding just the tiniest little bit of tension against that spring, so we're still getting the full length of depth from the plunger action, but we're keeping everything together here. It's still got a little bit of tension against that spring. So we're going to do this by adjusting the inner. So I'm going to come back up to the actual lever. So what we're going to do, we're going to sit that cable end back into its little slot, and then we're going to, from there, sort of work out which way we need to go. This can be a little bit frustrating, but a bit of patience, you will get it. All right, so we're back in. Let's have another look at the other end and see where we're at. That's actually looking really, really good. So I might just go back in a tiny little bit. Sort of go into the point that you've got a tiny bit of slack in the spring there, which is basically exactly where we're at now. So I'm going to lock that off, slide a little rubber boot over top, making sure everything stays together. Now, this rubber boot, you may think it's an unnecessary component, but the job of this rubber boot is to try and keep water out of this cable, because as I mentioned earlier, rust is the #1 enemy of steel cables. So it's just going to give us a bit more longevity there. So I can go ahead and pop the tape off. There we go. Absolutely perfect. Really happy with that. So still getting the maximum amount of plunge depth. So it's still definitely going to close that choke gallery off when we turn the choke off. That's all good. So I'm just going to double check this is tight, not too tight. It's looking really good. And we'll just do a final little test. There you go. So it's working really nicely. Quite happy with that. Now, being that this is for a PHVA, the setup on the Dellorto PHVA, as you would probably know if you have a bike that has one, uses one of these little choke clips, matches the same as the factory. So we're actually installing this on the car. We're going to take the factory one out, and this will literally just go exactly into the same position as the factory in exactly the same way. Has a new clip, so you can use that one, or you can use your factory clip, and basically plug and play. There we go, nice and easy to fit. Now, different brands, and particularly when you're mixing different brands like we have here, just a generic actual choke plunger with a stage 6 cable and lever mechanism, you will find, like we did in this case, that there might be some little differences, but they're usually pretty easy to overcome, as was the case with the size of the cable end on this particular kit. One thing that's really great, as I mentioned earlier with the stage 6, is that it does have that adjustable cable end in the lever component of the kit. So it gives you a bit more cross compatibility depending on your bike, carb and choke and sort of plunger kit that you're using on your particular setup. Now, why would you perhaps choose a manual cable choke? Well, a couple of different reasons. Mainly depends on your bike and what carb you've got. So say you're running a PHBG or similar performance carb on your bike, you're probably already familiar with the fact that you're not able to get an auto choke for these particular carbs. It's manual choke only. Now, a lot of the carb kits for the PHBG or PWK or other similar carbs the choke lever is actually bolted to the carb itself. So if you perhaps have a bike where the carb isn't really easily accessed, that it's a bit of a pain to reach down to the carb to operate the lever, a choke like this, or in your case, perhaps the stage 6 choke with a longer cable, is going to give you a lot more access to quickly and easily operate the choke on your scooter. Now, in the case of this particular choke plunger kit, which is for a PHVA, Dellorto carb, this carb actually comes from factory with an auto choke. Many scooters they're fitted to, most of the Piaggio scooters are fitted from factory with a PHVA. Perhaps you even have a PHVB, which also has an auto choke available for it. Why would you choose this over running your auto choke? The simple answer is reliability and simplicity. Now, auto chokes very commonly experience failures. Now, an auto choke failure is probably going to stop you from being able to start your engine. So it's a fairly serious failure because it's going to stop you from being able to ride the bike. So a manual cable choke like this setup here is going to just give you that extra sense of confidence and reliability. It pretty much can't stuff up. But the other factor is if you suspect that maybe you have an auto choke failure, swapping it out to a manual choke can be one of the easiest ways to diagnose this failure. And obviously the side benefit is if it turns out to be the failure, you've not wasted your money because you can just leave the manual choke cable on the bike and it will just work, fixing the issue that you've got. The other factor is as well, if you're having a bit of a tuning issue with your bike or you're doing some major tuning, a manual choke can be much easier to help you diagnose issues with the bike. But also when you're trying to work out whether you're sort of rich or lean, you can use the choke to help you do that. But you also know when you start the bike up, you'll know exactly when the choke is engaged and when it's not engaged. What can sometimes happen, say you do a big jet change on the bike, you go say leaner for one example, you start the bike back up, the choke might still be in the disengaged position because it's still warm from the last test ride. So you kind of don't have a definitive answer straight away when you start the bike up as to whether the choke is on or off. With a manual choke, it takes all that complexity out. You know whether it's on or off because you can see the lever. Anyway, hopefully there was some useful information in there for you. If there was, do us a favor and go ahead and hit the like button. And if you have any questions, obviously let us know in the comments. If you want to see some more content like this, I think you know exactly what to do. Anyway, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.